welcome back to my channel. Elo Sims here with another speed build. Why would I say that? This is the second part of the speed build I was doing yesterday, the Parenthood house. I've already recorded this way too many times, so I'm just gonna keep going. This is for the upstairs and the outside. This is what I'm gonna furnish in this part. If you haven't seen the first part of the build and the downstairs, you can check that out. It's right on my channel. It's just called Parenthood House Part 1. Pretty simple. So yeah, I do the front porch and then we're moving on to the back. If you haven't seen the first part, I'm including everything in the new Parenthood house or Parenthood pack in this house. So there's a lot of stuff. I include a lot of backyard stuff and a lot of kid stuff as well, because this is a house that's very much centered on raising a family. That's what I was going for. It's fun, it's colorful. I actually really love it. This is one of my favorite houses I've built in a long time. So yeah, just doing the back porch. I already said that, and you can see with your eyes. I'm gonna, here in a couple seconds, I think, I'm gonna speed this up to a lot faster, about 4 times faster than this, because I do a lot of landscaping. I kind of go crazy in the backyard with the flowers, and I just want to save time, so I went through it really fast. Definitely a little bit overboard on the landscaping, but I really liked it and I was feeling it, so I went for it, you know? And I think it turned out really great. Like, it's kind of a dream backyard. So here I am going way faster than I just was. So I had a lot of colors. This is a very, very colorful house, and I wanted to bring that to the outside too. So there's lots of colors in these flowers, which I think is so much fun. It looks fun. I was kind of inspired by that backyard stuff with that little butterfly and the little flower light. I think they're so cute, and yeah, you can see how fast. Sorry, that's really confusing right there, but when I'm standing still, it looks better. I just didn't want this video to be like 30 minutes long, so I went through this really fast. Plus, a lot of people don't care about this part. Maybe they do, I don't know. I really like this part. And just finishing that part up and adding in some garden space, because again, this house has pretty much everything you'd want. The only thing it doesn't really have is like a piano, or what else doesn't it have? A chess table. It does not have a chess table, I just realized. Totally forgot about that. But it definitely has everything from the Parenthood pack. I do know that. Almost done with the backyard, actually, because I'm going so fast. I'm going to move to the front landscaping, and then we'll go upstairs and finish that. I really love those irises. They're so pretty. My mom has irises in her backyard, like that grow come up every year. They're so pretty. Just adding in a tree and going to go to the front yard here. I keep that colorful pattern all the way through. And that, what's it called? Banister, like the fence there. It's so annoying because I kept putting those posts in places I didn't want the posts, and I couldn't make it stop, so I had to change the banister, even though I really like the one I was using. But oh well, I'll forget all about that when and if I play in this house. Just changing the table to match the backyard a bit better, and we're upstairs. So there's 4 bedrooms up here. There's going to be a teen girls room, a twin child boys room, and another girl toddler room. Obviously those can all be changed quite easily, or not. I don't know, but that's how I designed it for. This here is like the quote boys bathroom for the twins. It's open to the hallway, so it's also kind of more of a guest bathroom, but I really like that tile, and I like how the colors all go together so well. This is definitely by far my favorite pack that's ever come out in this game. Like, even with the stuff pack, this one has better stuff than any of the stuff packs for sure. I'm gonna do the girls' bathroom right now, and I love this bathroom. It is so fun. like, this is a dream bathroom for if I had kids. This is how I decorate their bathroom for sure. I love the purple and the gray with that tile. And then the new shower with the curtain is so adorable. I didn't even realize how much I needed a shower like that with a shower curtain. It's perfect. And the elephants are so cute. I just really like this bathroom that I did. It's not like overly done, but it's really colorful and fun, which is definitely the theme of this house. And then in the master, I keep the master pretty muted. It still has a lot of color, but it's more on the muted side and less bright, if that makes sense. I wanted it to be like kind of like a parent's retreat, so it's a little bit different than the rest of the house. But I changed this whole bathroom here in a minute because, I don't know, I just wasn't liking how it was coming out. So I think I just get rid of the bathtub and just keep a shower. I rarely use bathtubs anyway, except for like toddlers. So I'm not really that worried about having a bathtub in the master bedroom. If they really want to take a bath, there's 2 other baths in the house. So, oh yeah, I needed to include that bathroom tower thing, like the storage tower, so I had to get rid of the tub. I tried to include that shower in here as well, but none of the colors matched what I wanted, so I had to switch it up. But I really like how this turned out in the end, though, with the brown and the purple and the little divider between. Also, the knob on the door of that tower, the storage thing, is like glass. It's like one of those crystal drawer knobs, and it's also in one of the dressers too that came with the pack, and that is so amazing. I love those drawer pulls. Those are so great, and I'm so glad that they included those. I think this is just like a little teeny touch that adds so much to the style of this game pack. This is the teen girls room. I love that wallpaper that they included. That is so cool. It's like kind of one of those things where either you love it or you don't, or you're like annoyed by it. It's kind of a bold wallpaper. I'm glad, well, I wish it came in other colors because that would be cool, but I would have only used this black and white one anyway. So I originally tried to make this like a opposite twin room, but none of the beds went together enough, and then were also mismatched enough for me. So I don't know how to explain that, but so then I was just gonna do 2 of the same. But the room was just kind of too awkward, and I wanted to add a lot more stuff in here, so I do switch it to just 1 bed, like right now. So I get rid of that one. There's that other dresser I was talking about with the glass crystal drawer pulls. It just looks so cool. I also changed the color scheme of this whole room pretty much. Because, I don't know, I wasn't feeling that bedspread. I really like that bed. I wish there was I don't know. I always wish there was more swatches of everything. Even though there's like 10 swatches of that. I don't know. I'm just kind of a little bit ridiculous, I guess. And I don't like downloading custom content for like build mode stuff, which doesn't make any sense because I have so much custom content for my actual Sims. But no, there I am switching the color scheme. I found that skateboard with the octopus on it, the pink and green octopus right there, and I was like, ooh, I love this. So I changed the whole entire color scheme so it would go better with that. And I love how that dresser comes with it looks like the girl, like they painted on it. That looks so cool. So this room is like styled for kind of a sporty girl, but also girly, if that makes sense. Like she I don't know how to describe her. Like, she plays sports and she dyes her hair pink and she skateboards, but she also wears makeup and I don't know. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Am I just being offensive right now? She's like a girly girl, but also isn't afraid to get dirty and play sports. So that's what my idea was for this room. That's kind of how I styled it. And I actually really, really, really like how it came out. Like, if I was anything like that as a teen, this would be my dream room. And I just cannot get over that skateboard with the octopus on it. It's so fun. And I put posters on this wall because who didn't have posters on their wall as a kid? There's a lot of stuff going on in this room, but if most teens, there's a lot of stuff going on in their room. So I thought I think it looks realistic. And I like it. I start to do the toddler room. Still wasn't sure at this point if I want to do a girl or a boy toddler room. So it started off as kind of more of a boy, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll do a boy or girl, like both in the same room. And then I think I just switched. It's pretty much just a girl, and then I changed it to just a single room too. This is all going on in my head. So here's the boys' room, the twin boys. It could either be teen or child, really. It's not like that specific, but I've designed it for children. And I really like the bedspread with the yellow and the turquoise, and I think it looks so great in this room, but I end up switching it because I forgot to use the other bed, the other twin bed that came in this pack with the wood headboard, and I didn't want to switch the girls' bed, so I switched these ones out, which I was kind of bummed about because I really like those beds, but I wanted to make sure I included every single item in this pack. There is one item that I didn't put in, but I didn't do it on purpose, but I did it knowingly. It was the second coffee table that came with this pack, because there's two of them with the 4 square tables, coffee tables. I put one in the living room downstairs, but there was just no other place for another 4 square table, and they're pretty much the same. One's just more, I think it has wood on the side, and the other one doesn't, like wood slats that match the couch. So I did intentionally leave out one item in this pack. I know I said I wanted to include every single item, and I'm pretty sure I did a pretty good job of that. There just wasn't a place for another coffee table that big, so I left out one. So when I do this room, where I put that dresser that's right there, you actually can't fit by it to get into that second bed on the right, but before I uploaded it to the gallery, I play tested it and I adjusted it so you could get into both beds. Where those beds are positioned, you can't get in them on both sides, but you can get in them just fine. You don't need to get on both sides in a twin bed. It's fine. I start to do the toddler girls room, but I was having a lot of trouble with that, so I move over to the parents' bedroom. This is what I was talking about. It's more muted. There's a lot of gray and brown and that purple wall. I like it, but there's also something about it that I wish I could have done more. I don't know. There's like a weird shape to this room, and it wasn't quite fitting right. And I don't know. I rarely put carpet in a parent's bedroom, like the master bedroom, so I do try to switch it to the wood floor, but there was so much brown in this room, I just had to switch it back, and the rugs wouldn't fit properly. I had a lot of issues. It was like 2 a.m. when I was finishing this house, my time, so I was kind of borderline over it at that point. I'd been decorating this house for like 8 hours at this point, including the downstairs, so there was just a point where I was thinking, oh, that's good enough, you know? So here I am trying to make the floor work, but it was too dark, and I didn't like how the rugs were fitting. I wanted to put something in front of this window, and I really don't like, that is so annoying that one of the legs of the chair is on the rug and then the other ones aren't. I just couldn't handle it, so I switched it back to carpet here in a little bit. So I'm just trying to put stuff. I wanted to use the new dresser, and I just couldn't make it work. So I just moved this around, and I'm just gonna stick a plant in the corner instead. I wish that dresser thing that I just put in was functional. I think I've mentioned that before, but it's silly that it's not. Okay, moving to the upstairs hallway. I don't think I finish it right now, but I do start it. I had a bookshelf along the wall. Those are the new bookshelves from the game pack. Oh, I put carpet in the whole thing upstairs? I guess I carpet the whole upstairs. Huh. That hallway right here is a little awkward because it's too wide to just leave blank, but it was too skinny to really include a lot. there I am realizing that I forgot one of the coffee tables. But, oh well. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, you just saw me change the beds too. Why am I not doing anything? Darn, I should have cut this out. I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. Okay, here I am gonna do the toddler room. It's the style in here is, I don't know, it's pretty plain, but it looks, I don't know, it looks like a child's bedroom, like a parent decorated it. Does that make sense? So I put everything for our toddlers in here. The only thing I didn't put in this house is a high chair. That's kind of just my personal preference though, because I don't really like to use high chairs in the game because I don't know. I find that they are more annoying than they are worth it, because my Sims, I don't know if it's just my Sims or all Sims, but they always try to pick up their toddler before they feed them, and I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I end up a lot of times just dragging food on the floor for the toddlers, and then they feed themselves. So I find it easier just to let Sims do their own thing instead of having other people do it for them. You know what I mean? So, yeah. This room's pretty, I don't know. It's boring, but it's also, I try to keep the colorfulness in it as well. I did play test that as well, and the Sims can get around that dollhouse in the middle. So I really, really, really wanted to include those little activity boxes right there on the floor, but they're so annoying because they can only go on the floor, but they take up a huge amount of space if you want to actually use them. So I was like, where am I going to put these? I can't just throw things all over the floor. Like, that looks awful. So I'm going to put it in the hallway, and I'm going to, well, basically where I put them, they're not usable where they are, so you'll need to move them. But normally, I think people would move them to their backyard anyway, because a lot of them are messy. So I do put them in a spot that's not usable, but it kind of looks good, so... and I do just put a puppet show in the hallway, because again, this is a very, very children's based house. Like, it's catering to children, if that makes sense. So there's toys everywhere, children's stuff everywhere, bright colors, fun things. Do you know what I mean? Do you get the style of this house? I mean, you've been watching this for like almost 20 minutes already. I'm hoping you got the style so far. We're pretty much almost done here. Only a couple minutes left of the video. I go back outside and add some more landscaping because apparently there wasn't enough. And yep, I fixed. That makes me so mad that those things glitched through that fence. Oh, look, we're done. Screenshots. So thanks again for watching. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up for me. Leave any comments if you have any suggestions or anything you'd like to see. Subscribe for more. I hope you really enjoyed this build, and until next time, bye!